Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode. I probably should have looked it up to be fair. Of Catabolic Window. You've got the main people here, episode 36. You got the main people, the only important ones. I'm only kidding, John and Dan. We haven't heard from them today, and we needed a podcast, so here we are. We're going to talk about the weeks we've both had because they've been very eventful. Luke is looking very sad, glumly at his food. I think he's eating cereal. Yeah, Luke, how's your week been, mate? Or do you want me to keep on talking?
Bro, it's been an eventful one for sure. So we recorded the exercise library this week. That was a absolutely ridiculous day. What was it? Like 9 hours of filming with a couple of food breaks in there. To say we were tired would be an understatement for sure. Yeah. But it had to get done. We have to get it done. Have to keep leveling up the coaching, as the people say,
as the mentors and gurus say. But yeah,
doing all of those things.
It was such a slog, but it did feel very rewarding to do. We haven't yet. They're still in the process of being edited by our videographer and editor Marcin. Shout out Marcin, absolute geezer. Yeah, so we've paid him. We're waiting now on the edit. And yeah, I'm squealing with excitement to get them put together. I'm really excited.
Why did you narrate that so weirdly? Like, we paid him. Yeah, we're waiting. It's all good.
Mate, I'm so tired. I've done a lot of check-ins today, and I've done push, and my brain's just not there. But I've had only 2 meals, which isn't ideal, but that's okay. I've had pre and post. I've been working the rest of the day, man. Only had pre and post. Also, I'm not that hungry. I'm a little bit worried that the mini cut's going to end and I'm not going to be hungry.
Why have we only had 2 meals though?
I had pre and post. So I woke up, worked, fasted cardio, worked, did my pre-meal at like 12, trained, had waited an hour and did work, had my post meal, and then I've worked until now. Now I'm on the podcast, obviously. So then I've got 3, 4, and 5. Meal 3 would be like roughly now, maybe an hour ago. So yeah, it's fine. All my I only have 2 carb meals, pre and post. So the rest I literally just I can convert them all into chicken or beef, put them in one big bowl, put salad in it, and I'll just scran it on the go. I don't really care. It is what it is. It's easy to get.
Why have you not had it?
What?
Why? What? This isn't optimal, bro.
Bro, because I've been fucking working and keeping the lights on, keeping myself fed. The reason I can have food is because I've been working.
Yeah, but it doesn't take that long to eat.
Yeah, but clients come first, bro. Sorry. Mate, it's been a hell of a day. Hell of a day. This isn't what I usually do for reference. Okay. I don't go around just like airing.
You did this yesterday. I saw your story, man.
Okay, yeah, I did that yesterday as well, to be fair. Mate, it's literally just because I'm not hungry. I've already got my meals prepped. They're downstairs. I don't mind eating them quickly. If I was bulking, I would be a bit more like, okay, I can't miss this meal because I won't be able to get in otherwise. But I'm not really too fussed, not that hungry. It will still go in at the end of the day. And if it means that I can get my work done, especially I want to get it done sooner on in the day when I've got more energy. Like by this time of night, I start to die off a little bit. So if I'm doing any work now, it's not going to be optimal. So get out of the way, innit?
You're an awful bodybuilder. Right. Yeah, give me a proper update on your week. What have you been up to so I can finish my cereal and then I'll start talking?
I've been mini cutting. I'm down from last week was like 193 pounds, 190, something like that. I'm like 189s, something like that. I don't know. I'm down from 193 to like 189, something like that. Things are going good. Not really that hungry. Main thing is just energy levels, which is to be expected. Progression's still happening nicely in the gym.
Maybe if you ate your food when you're supposed to, you'd have energy.
Fuck off. This guy, man. It's literally just like protein and veg. Yeah, very energetic food, that. Other than that, I've had client set up. I've had a couple inquiries and consultation calls, which is cool to run through. and then a couple check-ins. But to be honest, that's kind of it. That's my week. Not much going on other than the coach thing. But obviously, we already mentioned that.
How many is a couple?
What? Of which? Check-ins or?
Yeah,
Check-ins today was 5.
that's not a couple. That's 5.
Yeah, okay, fine.
A
Okay,
couple is
fine.
2.
I've had 1 setup this week since we last spoke. I've had 3 inquiries and I've had 5 check-ins. Are you happy?
Yeah, we need that precision, man.
And how many meals have I hit on time? 0. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What's this, like 3 weeks in with a new coach and you're already
Yeah, mate, already I'm bidding him off. Yeah.
awful clients?
Yeah, mate, I had a Domino's the other day. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's literally just like meal 3 and 4 normally get rolled into one. So like meal 4 would be after this podcast. Technically, I've missed meal 3, so I just roll that into meal 4, and then meal 5 comes later, obviously. So yeah. To be honest, I probably need to get back into the habit that I was doing when I was bulking of just like eating while doing anything. Just like instead of, because when I eat now, I'm like, I want to sit down and relax. But when I was bulking, I was like, I have to eat now. So whatever I was doing, I would just eat while doing it. So maybe I should start eating in the shower again. Maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah.
Fair play. So what is the plan for today's podcast? We haven't really planned it.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. To be fair, we could run through some questions because you put up a Q&A. We could run through some of those questions that we've had. I might look through some of my post ideas for some topics that we could cover. But yeah, mate, I think, just have a little bit of a chit chat on cam, see how everyone's doing. By everyone, I mean both of us. Yeah, this is going to be a short one. Fuck.
What's your thoughts on Threads? Is it any good? Or
Oh, mate. Okay, fantastic topic. What a topic. Oh, I know. I've got a few ideas what we could talk about. Anyway, Threads first. I'm not really the biggest fan of Twitter, like as a concept of just like you just kind of shout shit into the void. You just kind of say whatever. It never really appealed to me. I never really knew what to say, and that's how I feel about Threads. I just don't know what to say. Like, yeah, cool, I get it. You can put out, like, as a coach, you can put out some nice written information. If I'm going to give someone some information, I'm probably going to do it in a video format or talk to them, because that's what I find more comfortable, and also that's what people tend to take on board more. Imagine you open up Threads, it's just a paragraph on like why you should do a high incline Smith press if you want to build your upper chest. Like, fuck off, just talk to me. Oh yeah, what's he saying?
high incline Smith press on that topic, right?
Yeah.
PT project. You're going to be doing it anyway, so you'll get exposed to this. But this is something that I had never thought about until going through their stuff.
Yeah.
So we had like a whole couple of sort of webinar segments on pressing, and one of the topics they brought up was basically comparing a few different people and their pec development and their sternum angle.
Mm-hmm.
So if you imagine you've got somebody who's got like a really flat chest versus somebody who's got like a pretty protruding out chest, where their clavicular fibers are then sitting is quite different.
Ooh.
If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Because if you've got someone who's got like at least a B cup, their clavicular fibers are pulling up a hell of a lot more because there's so much more tissue there. Whereas if you've got someone that's basically got no chest, then their clavicular fibers are very similar to where their mid and lower divisions of the pec are going. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, I can see that.
So summary is, if you have no chest whatsoever, you probably don't need a high incline. You probably need like 2 above flat.
That's mad. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, like even I did a mid incline today, so I think it was like pin 4, so probably about 45 degrees.
Yeah.
And I was like, just a front delt exercise. So we're going to lower that one down to a 3, and hopefully that will be a bit better next week.
I always find that for upper chest, I connect with and feel like I can set up a little bit more accurately with like a cable cuff fly set on an incline than like a press. Whereas like for something like flat or low incline, pretty much anything will do, fly or press. But maybe that's just because, yeah, my upper chest is shit. So any like high incline pressing is just going to be front delt. But
Yeah, it's not ideal. I did an anonymous question box as well, and
yeah,
I thought it'd be funny if we can run through the bot questions.
No. All right. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fucking genius. Oh, you didn't say, what do you think of threads, mate? Do you have anything to say on that?
brother, it's just weird.
I kind of hope it dies off, because I can't be asked to keep up with posting threads or looking at people's threads. Like it's just annoying. I literally don't know what to put on it. I train in the gym in socks, and I was like, maybe I'll put that on there. I'll be like, I train in the gym in socks. But it's like Instagram notes, you know, with the notes on the stories. I don't know what to say on that either, so I leave it blank half the time, because I'm just like, I've nothing.
If it's good, the notes does work out quite well.
Yeah.
Fair.
But a couple of times, yeah. But then, like, if you ask people like a general question, be like, what are you training today? Like, sometimes you ask a general question, people respond, and it's quite a cool way of like getting into conversations with people that you wouldn't normally talk to. But as well, I feel like if you're a coach and you're just like, you know, you can sound like just like a marketing billboard if you're just like, what did you train today? How's your day going? Or like, what's the hardest body part to grow? Like, you're trying to like, when people use it to like generate leads and it's so obvious, it's like painful.
Lead generation thing.
Yeah, literally. It's like with polls as well. Like, I'm always aware of that. I've done a few cringy lead generation polls. I think every coach has. Same with the notes, but like I try.
I just put my inquiry link in the stories.
Yeah,
it's easy, bro.
It is the best way to go about things. I love the polls where both answers is yes, but different forms of yes. I put one up that was like, who wants to see info about my coaching? And it was like, yes, please, or I'm interested. There's no. I love those polls. So fucking funny, honestly. Right. What were your anonymous questions?
Just replying to a client. Do you even like school?
Do you even like school?
Yeah, bro. Did you like school?
What does that mean?
Like, as in, did you like school when you
When I
were
went
in
to
school?
school, no, I hated it. But I like education, just not school. I guess I like being educated through education, but I hated school.
Fair.
What about you, mate?
Yeah, school was a bit dead.
Mate,
if I'm honest.
Is there anyone who actually like?
I enjoyed. What were the ones that I liked? I liked English because my teacher was a legend. French was okay because my teacher was a legend. History was interesting, but I wrote too slow to be good at it. One of my clients asked me if I got ADHD today.
Really?
Yeah, man. Because I was doing this check-in and I was literally 20 seconds in. And I said, I can't remember what I said, but I was supposed to say another word and I said up instead. And I was like, up's such a good movie, man. Like, that's like really, really good throwback. And he's like, bro, you need to get checked for ADHD.
That's so fucking funny, mate. Honestly.
I do that all the time in check-ins. It's absolutely horrific. So school was a dead thing. Okay, cool.
Yeah, man, 100%. I don't know anyone who enjoys it. I know people who tolerate it, but enjoy it is like a strong word. Or like was the word still.
Okay, what's your favorite song?
Favorite song? Oh, mate, you can't. I'm picky with music. If I have to pick one, I'll go for what I like at the minute, right? Instead of giving that fucking answer of it depends. I swear to God, if one more person says it depends. Recently I've been enjoying my Paramore. I'll say Pressure by Paramore. That's my favorite song at the minute. How about that? What about you, mate?
Anything by Adele.
You are actually a 40-year-old mum. I've killed him off.
Mate, it's this cereal. If you choke on it, because it's like shredded, you get like little like cross
What
hatches.
cereal is it?
Stuck
Actually,
in
no,
your
don't
throat.
plug them. Don't plug the cereal unless they pay us. We're not saying
it's the just shreddies basically.
Ah, crap. You plugged the cereal now, mate. They're gonna get so many.
Bro.
Oh, yeah.
Next question.
We got hate.
How tall are you?
Oh,
but it's spelled as in how tall are you?
Oh, that's definitely a bot. Not answering that one. That's a bot.
I refuse to disclose my height on the internet.
I'm 5'9". That is my actual
We've
height.
actually got an incredible blooper of this
Oh
that
my
will be
God.
coming
Yes.
out from. Well, bro, I don't really think we spoke about it that much. The exercise library, or was I not paying attention?
No, we didn't really, but the thing is, like, I don't know what else there is to kind of hugely talk about. So we got there at what, you guys got there at 9 a.m. I got there at 9:30. We filmed for
Yeah, who's late now, bitch?
we filmed for 9 hours, with 3 meal breaks. We were in the coach the entire time. We ate in the coach. We used the fridge. I had like 3 monsters during that time. It was horrific for me. I didn't
Not
sleep
optimal.
too good. No, obviously. I've used
Yeah,
my
I think if we when we do round two, we need to go outside to eat.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
we're going outside, it was like a cinema, mate. You were just like, oh, so bright.
yeah. Proper like, yeah. Going outside felt nice after spending 9 hours in there. But yeah, we and then afterwards we trained legs. Me and Luke Marchin headed
You
off.
train hamstrings and calves.
Yeah, well, Luke trained all of legs. I trained hams, calves, adductors. I did actually do a set of leg extensions, which felt nice. I
Whole
know
set. Which one did you use?
the Kaiser one, the like gas loaded,
Oh yes.
just because I didn't want to drop off in tension. I wanted it there the entire time, and it felt really nice, but really fucking nice.
It's quite hard with the Kaiser stuff because it's not actually like any load moving, it's all pressure.
Yeah,
It doesn't give you that like body effect where you can just sling it.
yeah,
That's
kind of
you get what I mean.
Like,
I was actually talking about this with Henry the other day when I was training with him.
oh yeah, big man Henry. Shout
But
out.
you know how you'll be like optimal resistance profile, like you want it to drop off a certain amount or whatever.
Mm.
And it's like it's all well and good knowing that, but what would happen if you put a bunch of machines that had an optimal profile that drops off loads where we're weakest with a bunch of gen pop people?
Yeah,
They're just gonna body it.
yeah,
Like
literally.
they're just gonna break the machine.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's unfortunate, but something I do want to play around with. This is proper nerdy, right?
Oh, I'm
But
ready.
get in, you know, like where you've got like a big fuck off cam on a machine that you can easily get to. Like the Cybex ones are a great example of this. Is literally just getting like little magnetic strips and just putting it on the cam, because that then starts to change it. And I just think it would be fun.
Mate, can you imagine like tracking that in your logbook?
Yeah,
The kit you used, the modifications you used, and where. Fucking hell,
bro! It's like when you set up on the Bravo, you've got to write down the width, the height, the back pad.
As much as I love the Bravo, there's literally like when I do cable flies, there's what, like 1, 2, 3, 4 measurements I take. There's the angle of the back pad, how far out the back pad goes, the how high up the cable goes, the rotation of the cable.
How high up the back pad is? Did you say that?
Yeah. My door's just opened itself. Lovely. That's great.
Mine does that.
I think it's four measurements. The Bravo is great, right? But the amount of people I see just like use it as a cable stack. People just chuck it up to the top and they're like, okay, now it's a cable stack. I know what I'm doing. You know, people will have it directly up or directly down and they'll be like, that's a cable stack now.
Because of how like the disparity in how narrow or wide you can make it pretty like lengthened or short and focused as well.
Yeah.
Just because of where the cable's pulling, which is pretty fucking cool. I was trying to look at that on your post, but then I forgot to watch the end of it, so I didn't see what you were doing with the cable.
It's the same for anything though. Once you know what you're trying to do, you can get a lot more out of the kit. Same for like what you were saying with the optimal resistance profile on like a machine and someone gen pop approaches it. You know, it's the same with anything. It's the same with a dumbbell, man. If you know like what you're trying to get out of the movement specifically, you're going to be able to, get more out of the movement just by knowing what you're doing.
It's weird that.
Yeah, mate, literally.
This is another like really, really big thing that I feel quite strongly about. As you know, when you like first get into training, people are like, oh yeah, you're gonna make all your progress in like the first 2 years, and then after that, you're just nothing's gonna happen.
I thought you were going to say the lay the foundations, bro. I hate that so much. When people...
No, yeah, that is fucking stupid as well. We'll come on to that.
Oh,
but yeah, you think like when you first started training, how much did you know?
Oh, mate, I made the most amount of progress probably like last year. Like I probably make to be fair, it will drop off as you get older and more advanced into training. But like the more advanced you get in your knowledge, the more you're able to like actually get out of your training, and also just generally learning to train harder as well. Like what I thought was training hard wasn't, but you know.
And you also start to see that drop off in results from what you are doing, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, well, I probably need to commit a little bit more to this, if you get what I mean. So that's definitely something which is going to have an impact. Like I would say I probably made more progress in the last 18 months than I did the first like 3-4 years put together. I'm like, that's stupid.
Mate, 100%. Think about how many clients come to us after training like 5+ years. They think that they're like quite confident. They're like, oh, I'm just here for XYZ. The training's fine. I'm just here for, you know, something else. And then in the first 6 months, they're like, what the fuck? What have you done to me? It's crazy.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, just like, because you still had more to learn. I always say to people, and if you're listening to this, this is the takeaway. You don't know what you don't know. If you ever think that you've got something on lock, you 100% don't. You need to keep on learning if you care. If you don't care, then that's fine. If you don't care that you're not like making as fast progress as you could, that's fine. But if you actually like care about your progress and you think, oh, I've just got training figured out, challenge that, because you might be surprised what the answer is. It's probably no. You probably haven't got it all figured out.
Yeah, the way that sort of like came into my mind was I was talking with my client Ben. Shout out Ben, you're
oh yeah,
mate. It's
Ben the
ridiculous.
freak.
He goes to me today. I think I do have quite good genetics. I'm like, yeah, I fucking could have told you that, mate.
Wait, people with good genetics never realize they have good genetics. They're just like, yeah, I go to the gym, I blow up. It's what people do, and you're like,
yeah, just happens to everyone, bro.
I
But yeah,
literally,
he was like saying, if I knew what I knew now, like my last 4 years would have been miles better.
oh god, yeah, mate. I literally told, I've got a client, Camille. Shout out Camille. He's my freak. I literally just made him change up how he set up and executed his cable lateral raise, a movement he was already doing. Just set up, just execution. You could see his fucking delts grow in like 4 to 6 weeks of check-in pictures. They just were like, and you literally just change like one thing, same exercise, same rep scheme and reps that he was doing, or sorry, same sets and reps he was doing before, just set up an execution. It's fucking crazy. When you get a freak and you teach them stuff, they just grow, they just respond. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is nutty, and it's you just have to be careful with that, especially if you're somebody who does have good genetics. You have to always sit there and think, am I growing because of what I'm doing, or am I growing in spite of what I'm doing?
100%, man. I think, you know, there's something to be said about train the way that you enjoy, yes, but if you have good genetics, it all comes down to how much do you care. If you have good genetics and you want to maximize them, you're going to have to train like someone who has bad genetics and live like someone who has bad genetics. Like that level of devotion of like, you know, the amount of people who have bad genetics who go to a decent level because they just commit every single second of their day to that thing, they often do better than the people with good genetics. Because again, like Luke mentioned, they might just like, yeah, buddy, they're training for 2 years and then that might be all the gains they make, you know, and then they like, or people with good genetics blow up to a decent physique and then just kind of stay there because they can't be asked to learn what it takes to develop more. The more advanced you get, the more advanced your knowledge needs to be to keep on building on what you've got, basically, regardless of genetics.
For sure. And going back to what you initially mentioned then, what are the basic exercises that everyone should start with, Jack?
Oh, you've got to build a foundation, bro. Like, what does that mean? What is a foundation? When is it done? That was when people told me that when I got in the gym, I was like, okay, cool, sure. When is the foundation done? Like, do I walk in the gym and someone's like, congratulations, you can now use machines? Like when is the foundation built? When is it done? You know, people always talk about like, oh, you got to go in the gym and you got to do specific strength training. You got to do some powerlifting with SBD. I've heard so many people be like, first year of bodybuilding should look like powerlifting with squat, bench, and deadlift. Why? What's the unique thing that's special about powerlifting that only affects people who are new to the gym? Is it because they're new and they're going to grow from anything? Cool. So then why powerlifting? Can't they just do anything? Like I've always been baffled by it. I don't understand that mindset at all. Like, yeah, bro, it's like Keithy West is always like, oh, I spent years with barbells and dumbbells, and then I graduated to machines. Why is that? I'm so confused by that argument. Do you have to earn the right to use machines? What? That's baffling.
It is a little bit crazy. And the thing is as well, is that the machines offer so much more external stability. So you don't have to worry about like not fucking falling over essentially, like you would in a squat or a bench press if you do it wrong enough.
Yeah, like I'm not built for a back squat. If I refused to use a quad dominant squatting machine like a Smith squat or a hack squat or a pendulum, if I refused to use those because I was like, no, I haven't built my foundation with my back squat, I'd never build a foundation because I can't back squat to grow good quads. I'm just not built for it. So I'd be stuck with a barbell forever and crap legs forever when there's a machine that could sort it for me. Like, it's so confusing. I think the thing about training is people view it as like something special and unique. You wouldn't say the same thing with food. You wouldn't be like, nah, you got to start off with the basics. You eat chicken every day. That's your protein source. And then eventually you can go to protein powder, but only after like 5 years of tracking food. You'd be like, what are you on about? Protein's protein. It's the exact same thing with lifting. It's like, if I'm going to challenge a muscle, why does the way that I load it matter in terms of a machine or a barbell? Like, we know why it matters, but why does it matter to you and being a newbie and being a beginner? Like, why do you need to do free weights first? It's just such a weird argument to me.
Now, brother, you have to start off with chicken and rice. If you don't start off with chicken and rice, then you've fucked it. You'll make no gains.
Yeah, I've finally graduated to whey and cream of rice, the ultimate bodybuilding meal, bro. The only argument that I've heard about like starting off with free weights, to be fair, and I am ignoring it, is the idea of being able to stay safe and perform well in an unstable environment and be able to like stabilize the weight. Like, yes and no. I think there is some merit to that in terms of like injury prevention. It has fantastic performance carryover, but ultimately all it's really doing is making you good at that specific thing. Like, getting good at dumbbell pressing is only really going to serve you in terms of getting good at dumbbell pressing. Now, does that mean you should always dumbbell press or always ignore dumbbell press? No. If it has a place for you, it has a place for you. But I don't think that you arbitrarily have to do free weights. But I also don't think you should like just like bin them off, if that makes sense. You want to have as many exercises open to you in your pool that you can use as possible that suit you.
I can for sure see the rationale that like sort of once you learn how to do those free weight movements well, it carries over to a lot of machine based stuff.
Yeah.
And especially like obviously if you're a powerlifter, Olympic weightlifter, etc., like specificity is king. You're not going to get fucking good at bench pressing by incline Smith machine pressing. Like it's not really going to happen. And you need to do what your sport demands. But if you're somebody who is purely interested in body composition, specificity for you is building a fucking big chest. It doesn't matter how you do it. You want to do the exercises which are going to be best for you in order to do that. Bro, we've just manufactured like 15 minutes of topics out of fucking nothing.
That was sick, bro.
I'm so proud of us.
Honestly. Do you have any more?
I can't even remember how we got onto that.
Do you have any more?
Oh, yeah.
Questions?
Yeah, mate, there's fucking loads more.
Jeez.
Bots are active. The how tool are you on? Look out for the bloopers from the exercise library because that will be absolutely hilarious. They'll be coming out later this week. Don't leave me unopened, please. Bro, I don't leave anyone unopened. It's my business to answer messages.
Definitely a bot.
Definitely a bot.
You know, in settings, you can turn off the bot messages, right? In NGL.
No?
Yeah, bro. I turn them off.
Oh.
They're jarring.
How do you do that?
A new phone. I don't know if I have NGL.
Let me see if I can do it.
No.
NGL love messages. Is that like as in when they give you messages so they don't think you're alone?
Is there other ones or is it just the
listen to this. NGL periodically sends questions and messages to brighten your day.
It's so jarring, bro. It's so annoying.
They're awful though.
I feel so bad when I see people respond to them. I'll see someone put up an NGL and it will just be like one story after and it's like, I have a crush on you. And they'll just be like, pop up. And I'll be like, bro, come on. You got to know that it's a bot, bro. Come on.
Yeah, man's just got baited out.
Yeah, it's so peak. It's not going to brighten anyone's day, I don't think. I think it's going to fuck with people that they've like got some secret admirer on NGL, but they don't pop up on anything else. Now.
Is he a flat jack?
What the fuck did you just say?
Flat Earth, is it a thing?
Is the Earth flat? Depends which way its clavicular fibers are running, mate.
Fuck off. What was the best day so far this year? Oh, that's actually a good question. That's definitely a bot though.
I know mine easily. I know mine.
What's happened this year?
To be fair, we're already like 7 months in.
I reckon right, top three.
Oh, that's a good one.
Would probably be one of the days that I trained with like Tom. Yeah, it was demodified is definitely up there. The PT project day thing is definitely up there, and then looking back at it, the exercise library is pretty close as well. That was just
That's in my top
day.
three. That's in my top three. Definitely exercise library. I think the day that I got my dog was a fucking good day. And then the third one, I'm not sure. Actually, no, I'm going to go for my birthday because I got to spend a lot of great time with the people around me. It was lovely. But I know that PT Project will probably edge one of those out. Sorry, guys. Sorry, family, if you're listening. PT Project's going to win.
The day thing was a banging, to be fair.
Mate,
I've got another one on the end of this month. So I'm looking forward to that. We've actually got a real question, Jack.
Oh, my days, no way.
Can't afford to get a coach at the moment. Is there anything you'd recommend to people to help them in a way coach themselves?
Oh, obviously it would come down to what your goals are and what you struggle with. In general, I think collect data like a coach would. So listen to how you're feeling, tracking certain metrics, obviously track objective metrics and subjective ones. So like body weight and steps and performance, yes, but then also how you're feeling, your stress, your energy levels, digestion, that kind of stuff that you'd like rate out of 10. I think try and be as objective as possible with your progress, and give yourself check-ins where you look at physique shots and everything like that, and then educate yourself, listen to other coaches. Most coaches worth their salt will give you advice for free. They will be useful. They won't just lock it behind a paywall. If you're talking to a coach and they won't just sling you a quick tip, obviously don't ask for a program, but if they won't just sling you a quick tip, they're probably not worth talking to be honest. So yeah, just talk to people, educate yourself, check in with yourself, be objective, and track metrics like a coach. I might have killed it for you, mate. That might be everything. What have I missed?
No, I've got one thing I could add. Would be I don't know about you, but sort of my whole goal with my Instagram page is to like put out the information that everyone would need in order to do a pretty fucking good job of improving 100%. Their physique themselves. 100%. So watch fucking useful content. Like don't sit there scrolling on TikTok for hours. Like watch it, make notes, go and apply it. I think people can very much get caught in a rabbit hole of, oh yeah, I'm improving myself, but like what have you actually fucking changed? Like you see that all the time, especially with like self-development. People will just go through reading book after book after book and nothing will really happen for them because they're always searching for that next thing and they haven't applied any of this other shit that they've learned. So yeah, learn from people, apply it. And there's loads of great places out there which don't cost a lot of fucking money. Like Physique Collective is like £10 a month. Yeah. And there's fucking thousands of pages on there about pretty much, there's hundreds of videos. Some of the other forums are pretty good as well, I've heard, but I haven't been on them personally myself. I think Jack's got you've got some ebooks about body part training and shit, haven't you?
Yeah, bro. On my website, I've got some ebooks about pretty much most body parts now. It gives a quick rundown of how basically pretty much most things that you need to know in the most condensed format I can about how to train certain body parts. I was going to say, if we kind of assume that this person genuinely doesn't have the funds for coaching, I think one thing that a lot of people do not do perfectly, and I'm not saying this person's doing it, but I'm sure Luke will agree this does happen a lot. People don't
I know exactly what you're going to say.
People don't track a lot of their expenses and they don't see them add up. And I think sometimes it is just a prioritization issue. It's kind of the same for like timing. Look at where your money is going to. Look at, are you happy with where your money is going to? Would you rather that than a coach? If the question, if you're genuinely okay with like spending the money the way you're spending it, you don't have any extra room for coaching and you're happy, fine. But if you're sat there frustrated that you can't get a coach, but then you're blowing it on like takeout, unnecessary like drinks or nights out, or like expensive gym equipment, expensive expensive supplements, stuff like that. Like the amount of people I see like buy from Gymshark, buy a bunch of supplements every month, and then buy a bunch of buy a bunch of Starbucks coffees, and then be like, I really wish that I had a coach. I guess I'll buy a generic £15 program. That's all the money I have left. If you're investing into the gym, put that money towards a coach. A good coach will serve you far, 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 far better than a bit of fabric and some pre-workout or some EAAs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Gosh. Good shit, man. But yeah, that is very true. Like some people are absolutely horrific with their money. Jack, next question. Can we be besties, bro?
To the stranger, no, but to you, Luke, yes, mate, of course. Kisses.
Thank you, darling. I expect hugs from the dog.
Oh, mate, if he when he learns,
is he allowed to train legs yet?
Me?
No, is he allowed to train legs yet?
He'll probably be training quads before me, mate. Fucking hell. At this rate.
Mate, I don't know if you've seen, but where I live, there's like literally thousands of horses here. And the hamstrings on these fucking horses is wild. It's ridiculous.
Bro, there's a reason they say bodybuilders have horse legs. Like horse legs are crazy, man. Them shits are big.
It's wicked.
Probably
especially because they're race horses, like they're pretty lean as well. You just see striations all over the gaff.
Bro, have you seen like tigers when they're lean? You can see like their tricep fucking flare up when they like extend their elbow. It's crazy. Fucking crazy.
Oh, surely is it an elbow?
I don't know. It might be another knee. It looks like a tricep though. Let me pull up.
Double knee, bro.
Man's googled lean tiger muscle. Sick. Yeah, bro, that's a fucking tricep. That's crazy.
Can you share the screen? I want to see this.
All right, fine. Open a new tab.
I think this is the first time. Oh no, we screen shared with the spin the wheel, didn't we?
Oh, host disabled it, bro. I'll drop it in the chat. If you want to see a picture of a tiger tricep, why the fuck can I not? I'm gonna have to copy the URL, bro. What is this? If you want to see a picture of a tiger tricep, Google tiger tricep. Tiger tricep.
Oh yeah, bro, that's definitely a tricep.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying.
Jeez, look at my man,
bro. That's crazy.
Dense.
That is a tricep. Fucking hell.
Jesus.
Think of the bench press on him. Jeez. Think of the close grip on that. Right, anyway.
We are such a waste. I can't believe we manufactured a 40-minute podcast.
This is sick. I can't believe we have listeners ever, because it just feels so fucking slapdash every single episode. But if it works, it works.
Do you know what we should actually talk about? The feedback on the last one.
Oh my god, yes. Can you kick this one off? I've started every single topic today.
Fuck's sake, man. Yeah, so basically we had Ken on and loads of people were like, it was a sick story. It was really, really good to hear. And we got some good positive feedback. Listener numbers were pretty damn good, weren't they? Wasn't that our best episode so far?
I'll check. It was definitely the fastest growing one that we've had. But yeah,
it was really, really nice to get some like solid reviews on that.
That's
anyone that
is
enjoying the podcast, like let us know, take a screenshot, share it on your story, all that good stuff. Drop us a review on is it Spotify? Is it on Apple?
No, it's not on Apple yet. Apologies. That is our highest watched episode. Yeah, give it a give us a follow and a little review on Spotify if you like it. Let us know. Tag us and stuff. Follow the account, all that good shit. If you do like the podcasts, we do want to hear from you, because it gives us good topic ideas, and it keeps us going, because this is a non-profit so far in terms of the podcast. So we do this out of passion. So if you want to ignite our passion and help us along, then please say nice things or say hateful things, and maybe we'll continue out of spite. We'll be like, fuck you guys. Everyone's like, we hate the Keno episode. We'll be like, fuck you. We're bringing him back on every episode now.
He's actually a permanent guest.
Permanent guest. That's what Dan is.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Permanent guest. Fair play. Fair play. Are we going to do some of the other questions that I got from like actual people?
Do a couple, and then I need to shoot off. So we'll wrap it up after a couple.
Okay. I can't remember what any of them were. First one. Somebody's asked me, that he says he sees me use a seatbelt a lot, and he asked if he can use a band to do that.
Yeah, as long as it holds you in place, sure.
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, right. So
Oh, because it's elastic and not fucking
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No. Retard.
I see you now. It's not a rigid material, it's elastic, so you can always push into it a little bit. So it won't fully hold you in place as strong as a seatbelt because it's rigid material. Like once it's locked in, if you push against it, it won't move, whereas elastic will. So yeah, you can't. No, that's a very good point. Almost slipped
Yeah,
up.
so the reason behind why we would want to use a seatbelt for, say, something like a leg extension or a leg coat, I would honestly compare this to, say, using straps for back work, is that the more of a stable environment that we can get ourselves into, the more that we're going to be able to recruit that target tissue. Like, think of trying to do a pull down without that knee pad. Like, that's all we're doing, is that it's just that most machines don't have a restraint put on them already, which is what a seatbelt is. A restraint is anything that is fixed in position that keeps us in place. That no matter how hard we push against it, it's not going to move. Now, a band isn't going to fit that criteria, because if you push against the band hard enough, it does move. Yes, it can be quite tight, but we want it to be really, really rigid, so that it does not move at all, and we can actually get the most out of it. Bosh. So what I just use is what I just use is a ratchet strap. Because it's way easier to sort of keep in place than a seatbelt specifically, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, bro.
So other questions. I'm using the heaviest dumbbells in the gym. What can I do to keep progressing?
Well, first of all, maybe don't use dumbbells.
If he's got really shit equipment at the gym and dumbbells are the best exercise?
If you're stuck with dumbbells, then really manipulating your tempo or restructuring the order of your exercises to tire you out before you get to that dumbbell exercise, so you don't have to go as heavy, or using some intensifiers again, just to kind of make your strength decline faster so you can get away with lighter dumbbells.
Truth. Yeah, and then, I mean, you're going to be able to progress up in reps a good amount, but I do understand that doing a 20 rep dumbbell press is pretty fucking boring.
Yeah, that is boring. That is peak.
And you can do this to some degree, but increasing the incline a little bit
yeah
can help. But you're obviously going to change what fibers are going to be worked a little bit on that front. And then, yeah, as Jack's saying there, making sure that you've got a good tempo and not cutting off that depth at all, because that can start to become a thing that people do because they want to shift more load, bro.
Yeah. Milk the pauses, slow eccentrics, reduce rest periods, maybe put in some pre-exhaust or something. But yeah, if you have access to other equipment and it works for you, like if you're like, oh, dumbbells are better than barbells for chest development, but I maxed out the dumbbells, just go to a barbell. It's just going to be easier to progress. You're not really going to miss out on much, as long as, well, to be fair, depends on your structure, but for most people.
Fair. Final question then, and I will let you abandon us, Jack. What keeps you motivated to keep coaching?
Oh, to keep coaching? I'm never not motivated. What? Just it's same as the gym, just seeing the results, seeing client results, seeing good stuff. If clients are having a bad day, I'm motivated to make them feel better. If clients are having a good day, I feel motivated that I've played a part in that. The job is rewarding itself, that you don't need to kind of motivate yourself. I'm sure Luke will agree. You don't really wake up and be like, fuck's sake, I've got to get some check-ins done. It's always exciting.
Yeah, the only thing that I would mention to that is it isn't always like sunshine and roses or whatever the fucking hell the expression is. Because it seems to come across on Instagram, especially, that it's like an easy thing to do, that you're just going to get paid fucking thousands of pounds and you're not going to have to do any real work. But this is not particularly the case. Like, it should still be treated like a job. We both have set work hours where we'll do check-ins and that sort of thing. And that's why we expect check-ins to be over for a certain time. I find it really fucking stressful when I'm trying to help someone and they're sending me their check-in 5 hours late.
Yeah, That is a really, really excellent point, to be fair. Like coaching, like any job, has a lot of stress that comes with it. You're self-employed, you're reliant on clients not leaving, you're reliant on bringing in new clients. You know, at any point, like all of your clients can just go. People can just come and go as they please. Obviously, if you have a bad check-in, clients having a bad day, yes, obviously I'm motivated to help them, but it can be very, very stressful if people just aren't responding or if things aren't going well. Yeah, 100%. If you don't like dealing with people and you don't like dealing with people's frustrations, or, you know, if like someone's having a bad day, they're going to dump that on you and you're going to have to be able to deal with that. So you also will work silly hours, fucking stupid hours. Like because I have international clients, I'm often up quite late. Like for reference, I get up at 8 a.m. I will start work then. I probably won't get off fully being done with work until 11 p.m., maybe even midnight, if I'm responding to messages still. Obviously, it's not check-ins, but I'm still on the clock, still needing my brain to be functioning. And I've done check-ins and I've made changes to people's plans at midnight because they're in other countries, they need it urgently. So you can make a decent amount of money, but you will have to fucking work for it. And all top coaches do. And I think the idea of sunshine and rainbows is just because a lot of coaches love what they're doing. So it feels like sunshine and rainbows, even if you're like tearing your hair out sometimes.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Spot on. What a podcast. What a podcast that we did not plan, that hasn't been that awful.
Washed it out, boy. Washed it out.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna go and watch those bloopers now.
Oh, so fucking funny. They're so fucking funny. The outtakes. So fucking funny.
Should we give the do you think it will work? Do you think we can give the podcast listeners a preview? Or will it not work?
Bro, it will sound like crap.
Okay, yeah, it will sound like crap, so we're not gonna do it. Sorry guys. We don't love you enough. So if you want us to love you enough, share the podcast share the podcast to everyone you know, including your gran, because she will love the podcast. All she wants to hear about is what angle of bench she should be using to train her upper pec. And that's why you should share the podcast with your gran.
Oh shit, I just went on my feed. There's a picture of a naked Mike Israel. Very nice.
Oh yeah? Where? I want to see this.
Just open your feed.
Okay, I'll open it, bro.
I literally, it's the first thing I got. 23 minutes.
Didn't he get banned the last time he did that?
Yeah, it was his arse.
I swear he did got banned for that. Anyway, I'm going to end the podcast here. So see you all later. Cheers.
Bye, everyone.
Wait, no, that I nearly ended the meeting there. I was supposed to end the recording.